So let me assume that you have heard the term AR and actually you don't know what it means. So it means actually augment reality. So where augment stands for actually adding stuff and reality stands for our surrounding. So basically is it like actually I can add something at my hand. So it's like augment reality, right? To actually add graphical elements in our reality space. That's actually just the augmented reality. And if you are biased that what is the opportunity that augmented reality brings on table, so augmented reality is going to become $80 billion industry by 2022, and it's also one of the great stuff that you can start with, right? It's like it's actually fun adding stuff at our surrounding. You are seeing at Facebook there are actually apps which is coming on. Snapchat is being the number one through 2016, and so you can begin the journey to actually start the augmented reality. So I recommend you a course which is actually available on Coursera, so you can actually hop on Coursera and actually learn. Let's hop on Coursera. So we'll jump to Google and actually search for Coursera. So Coursera, and click on the first result, which is coursera.org. Please see the result. You can actually land up to some other. Please don't know coursera.org, and then we search for Google AR. Google AR. Enter, and just find his introduction to augmented reality by AR Core and click on it. This actually is by Google, so to actually understand augmented reality. And this course, I highly recommend this course because actually this would enable you to actually understand the fundamentals of things like shadows and where actually how to place objects at, and how people actually interacts with AR right now. So basically you would understand how these things are working and not, and then you just go and click on go to course, and here you actually get your interface and you start with a week. The best thing is all about is there are multiples of videos in it, so it's like easy to actually follow up. And you, if you are not a video person, so you can actually have reading too. So here we go to at reading, so you can see reading, so you can actually read. And actually for follow-up you can also, there are fundamental exams out here. Just not finding it. Where is it? Yeah, there are exams where is like discussion prompts and practice questions, which would be easy, which is not so hard, I guess. So you need to actually pass with 80%. I would not click it right now. And this is the fundamental of things to start with the AR core. I highly recommend to actually start with this and complete it if you can, or just complete 50%. It's not so much needed. So let's hop to the next topic. Let us get started with Spark AR and Lens Studio, which is actually owned by Facebook and Snapchat, which are softwares to actually create augmented reality experiences by stickers, or basically people know that sticker. So let us get started with these softwares right now. So let us talk about Spark AR. So Spark AR is actually a software which is used for creating instant experience on Facebook and Instagram. So let us explore this panel. So you can actually jump on this website by typing sparkar.com, and you can actually explore the website. It's like fun, and when you are done exploring you can actually download the software. And please download the newest version. Once you have downloaded and installed, so you get a panel like this. And please don't get confused because it's like simple. If you have used any 3D software, if you didn't use, it's like it could be your first one, and it's really easy. So here's your scene panel, asset panel, and properties panel. Here's your pause and something. And I will be coming with Spark AR tutorials in future. And let's jump to Lens Studio. So this is the site of Lens Studio, and you can actually come to this site by typing lensstudio.snapchat.com and explore this site, incredible site that they have created. And one thing that I want to share about this community is that the engagement level of them is really high. So if you are actually investing in this market, creating some stuff, so the exposure rates are really high. Like I just made a dark filter which got like 70,000 impression in a week. So it's really good market. So coming back to the topic, you can download the software and you can see, just install the latest version as per required, and then we jump on to the software. So the software looks different from the Spark AR, but I would make sure that it's really simple and rather simple than Spark AR. To be just starting from Lens Studio would actually get you far. So here's your light and here's your EV map, and then you can rotate and stuff. So I will be coming with this Snapchat Lens Studio tutorial too. So tune to my channel, subscribe it. So let's jump to understanding 3D softwares. So I'm guessing that you are actually done with those softwares and you actually find out a limitation in the softwares, which limitation is actually you can't create any mesh that you want, right? I want to actually create an art studio out here, so I can't create an art studio in Spark AR. So we'd actually go to creating on Blender, which is a 3D open source tool. Teach you about something about Blender right now. So let's hop on Blender. So let's start talking about Blender, because I am really excited, because Blender is a open source tool which is a very powerful tool, and it actually enables you to create anything from scratch, and absolute anything. And really it's like the most powerful tool that I ever used, and this community is really good. And you can actually download the latest software here. Download Blender 2.83, and let's hop on Blender and I show you some bits. So here we are at Blender, as you can see, and you can see the interface looks quite messy. And just start with general and you get a cube, and you can see that it's really smooth and something. It's not like the other softwares, it's not lagging and stuff. You can actually work in just 4 GB RAM, so you can just create stuff, but it won't render. And so you can create any image that you want, and absolutely you can design it as thing that you actually wanted. And the best thing about Blender is there is plenty of softwares and plenty of plugins and plenty of YouTube tutorials of it, to absolutely creating anything that you want. And basically we jump to the next step, which is actually creating apps. So if you are still seeing right now, so you are really excited about this, and let me share you actually how to create your own augmented reality app using Unity and Vuforia, and let me get started with those. So here we are at Unity. So if you don't know what's Unity, so Unity is actually a game engine to create games and basically apps with interactiveness. And with it we will actually install Vuforia, which is actually a plugin of Unity created by Unity. And basically this will come before, if you are actually running 2018 or 19, so it will be available at free. But if you are actually installing 2020, so it would be actually not integrated. And I would show you actually and the app that I created. And also I will highly recommend you to actually check out a playlist. I made a playlist on Vuforia and Unity, and where you can actually get started with your Unity and your Vuforia, basically your augmented reality journey. Also many honorable mentions, which is Google's AR Code and Apple's AR Code by Google and Apple. And basically these are SDKs which is more powerful than Unity and Vuforia engines, and you can actually get the plugin of which you can add to Unity and create augmented experience and also apps. Basically many companies are actually joining to this path, and like Adobe actually launches Aero last year. So this is actually becoming a first step to cyber revolution, and everybody wants a piece of pie. So you need to, if you are really excited about this path, so you need to actually adapt to through it and get started and get going with these resources that I given to you. and please invest time. So I hope this video was really insightful and you actually got through a bits of augmented reality and how to get started with augmented reality. And please share the video, and if you can, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to come with Spark Aero Lens Studio tutorials going from the next week, because this week was really consuming. So basically, bye bye.